Good morning. Welcome to day 46 of the 100 Day Project. This is day 45. Video is up and you're welcome to watch it if you'd like. Today, I'm not sure what we're going to do, but I think I'm going to use a bunch of my scraps. So I think what I'm going to do is bring over the scraps that we've been working on and just start gluing them on paper, and then we'll make something from there. So let me go get my scraps and we'll get started. So here's the scraps that I've been working with over the last few days or weeks. I really don't know, I've lost track. And this is just the ones I pulled out of my bin. I think I told you that yesterday. I have a bin over there that is still full of scraps. I am going to try and use up a bunch of these today, and I want to put it on paper that's not going to get too thick, so I'm just going to use this regular drawing paper. It's heavyweight, it says, but it's not real heavy. It's not like a cardstock and it's not like a watercolor. It's like copy paper, but a little bit stronger. It's a little thicker than that. So I'm going to use that. I'm just going to take a glue stick and I'm going to start grabbing different scraps and just start gluing them down on my paper until I'm happy. And if I have time, I'll do another one. This is the large size, the medium size, the small size. Okay, so we're going to start with the large pile first, and I'm just going to start gluing down, and as I finish using what I'm working on, I'll move it to the side and we'll go to the next one. And it doesn't have to have any rhyme or reason. These are stickers, so they should stick okay, but I don't trust them because they're old, so I'm just going to put a little glue down. I made these with the jelly plate. I'm just going to stick one right there, and we'll do another one. And then I'll put this to the side and I'll do the next one. And these are stickers too. If I'm not sure, I'll set it in front of me and save it for later. Okay, I haven't even gotten to my small scraps, so you can see this paper is covered. I could keep layering, but there's no point because we're going to put more layers on here. So I'm going to go through and trim off the edges of my paper. I was going to do more, but I think we'll just stop. We'll just work on one. I have one little spot here to cover, so I'll go ahead and do that. And then we will go to the next. Oh, I had some of these stickers I wanted to get rid of, so maybe I'll do these. That used up the rest of this sheet. This is another jelly print that I did on little round stickers. Then I'll use the negative space for something one of these days. So I'm going to trim my paper because I went off the edge, and then I'll be back. Another thing that never goes away, you think it will, so you buy more than you need, is washi tape. So I'm going to just take some of this washi tape and put some on my paper too. It's old, and so I'm just giving it a little help with some glue. I've got some washi tape on here, and now I've got some markers in front of me. These are Office Mate Jumbo Paint Markers. Got them at Jerry's Artarama. I'm just going to take them and make some marks on my paper. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry, and I know it looks like a hot mess right now, but it'll turn out fine. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. What I want to do now is some stamping, and I pulled out some stamps that I made. I've got a blazing red, olive green, timber brown, and black stays on. And I'm just going to stamp a few stamps all over. I think I'm gonna quit the stamping because once I get these cut out, and I don't know what they're gonna be, I can add more stamps, but I'm ready to move on to something else. I didn't even use most of these. I wanna do some drippage, some dripping paint. I put some white paint in my tray here with some water. I'm gonna see if I like that. I'm just gonna hold it up here and see if I can get it to dribble. So in my paper stash, I had this tissue paper that I put a bunch of black marks and numbers and letters and things on, and I'm going to glue some of those down on here with matte medium, and it's Liquitex matte medium. Let's do some little leaves on here with this color. It is Warm White by Americana. They might not be good enough for this anymore. I think that's all I'm going to do to this. I can go on and do more after I make them whatever they're going to be. And what I thought I would do with this one is go ahead and cut it up. And in the past, I have made business cards that were inspiration cards, but I used an actual business card sheet that you could tear out, the ones by Avery. This is not that way, but I can cut my own. So one idea is you could take your sheet and cut it a business card size, or any size you want, but I'm going to cut mine business card size. And that's 3.5 by 2 inches. And you could turn them into a business card if you have a stamp. Put your stamp on the back, put a little word or something on the front, or decorate it some more, or make it an inspiration card where you put an inspirational word and a little note to somebody, or you could make it a prompt card, put a bunch of prompts on the back. The other thing you can do is take some stencils that you like that are a good size, like the hearts here, or the leaf, or the butterfly, and just trace around your shape. And then I'd turn it over and trace around your shape, like say if you want a heart. Trace around it and then cut it out. You've got a nice heart shape. You could give it to somebody or make it a tag to put on a gift or something. There's little feathers that you could make. Now, I don't really want to take the time to do all this, but you could take a black pen and trace around it and make all the marks and then cut it out, and then you'd have a little feather that's already decorated in the colors. So there's little ideas you can do. I also like to take cookie cutters, and my favorite one that I use is this little rabbit. I've used it several times, and I would just turn it over and I would trace it out and then cut it out, and I've got a little profile of a rabbit that's really cute. I'll probably do a rabbit. So what I'm going to do first is just cut out a couple of business cards or inspiration cards to show you what they look like. And I'm going to put this on my self-healing mat and take my ruler, and we're going to go 3.5 inches wide. Then I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and slice down the 3.5 inch mark. Then I'm going to go 2 inches this way. Then you got a little leftover piece you can do something with. You never know what you want to do with them, so just hold on to them until you're ready to use them. Here's your little inspiration cards or business cards. And I think I would need a little more something on mine. This one's cute. I like this one, and I like this one. I think I'd put a little more pink in these, but there's inspiration cards or business cards or whatever you want them to be. And let's see about a rabbit. And I'm using this part to trace, not the inside, because I want it bigger. Then take my scissors and cut out my rabbit. Okay, here's your little piece. That's the negative space of your rabbit. You can save and use for something else. And then here's your little rabbit. Isn't he cute? And it worked out really good because that sticker comes right here where his ear is, and it looks like his ear is attached separately. It's so cute. Okay, so we got some inspiration cards. We got a rabbit. Let's do a heart. These would be good for little journal entries, little journal spots. If you're making an art journal that's a specific color or something, like a vintage one or something, you could make your papers to be vintage colors and be really cute that way. And there's a cute little heart. Let's see what a leaf looks like. And I'm going to do a butterfly. We'll do the big butterfly. I'm probably not going to do the little antenna because it would be too flimsy. You just draw them in later. Actually, you can't even trace them in. The pencil won't go through it. Okay, I'm going to cut these out and then I'll show you what they look like when I get back. Here's my leaf. And here's my butterfly. And like I said, you would put your butterfly down and then just draw in these little guys like that. I could cut out this leaf that I stamped. You could take some stamps and stamp a stamp down here like a flower. How about the video we did yesterday, the little negative space stencil that I used? We could make a couple of flowers out of that. Here's our little flowers. Those are so cute. And then we have little leaves. And I went ahead and cut out a circle, and then I just freehanded a heart. I think those are so cute. So there's a lot of things you can do with your paper. I really like the rabbit, and I really like the inspiration cards. Okay, so I hope that you get some good ideas from what to do with your scraps and your paper after you get all your scraps together. Do it in any color scheme you like. You don't have to go all out with everything like I did. All right, guys, I hope you have a great whatever it is, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 47. Bye-bye. I made more scraps. I told you, it's never ending. See ya.